Starlight said Odessa is a weapon. You are Odessa. The math is pretty clear here.
Project Odessa. Just 2 words, but in Gen V, they land like a bomb. It's not explained, it's not defined. It's whispered, teased, and left as an open wound for fans to obsess over. And if there's one thing we've learned from the boys' universe, it's that every hidden project, every mysterious codename, always explodes into something massive. Compound V, the Woods, the super virus. Each one started as a secret, and then shattered the world once the truth came out. So when you hear Odessa, you know it isn't small. It's the seed of something universe-changing. The question is, what exactly is it hiding? Let's start with the most obvious clue, the name. Odessa isn't random. In history, Odessa was the code name for a Nazi escape network after World War II. It helped SS officers flee to new lives, carrying their ideologies and research into the shadows. That already feels chilling, because Vought itself was founded by Frederick Vought, a Nazi scientist who injected those same twisted ideas into American soil. The company has always carried that hidden legacy, and Odessa might be a signal that those roots are about to resurface. Imagine if Project Odessa is literally a continuation of Nazi experiments, the kind of grotesque science that started with human trials in the 1940s, now perfected with modern technology. It wouldn't just be about creating supes anymore, it would be about resurrecting a dark history, showing that Vought never really abandoned where it came from. But Odessa doesn't have to be about the past. It could be about fixing Vaught's biggest present-day problem: control. Supes have always been unpredictable.
She wants to wipe us off the face of the earth. We're gonna free the Woods. You are superior to them.
They're weapons with minds of their own, and that makes them dangerous even to the people who created them. Homelander is the perfect example. He's their strongest soldier, their greatest asset, and at the same time, their biggest liability. No leash, no failsafe, no off switch. So what if Odessa is the leash? The project that finally solves the problem of free will. Supes who don't rebel, don't question, and don't go rogue. Soldiers with powers, but no agency. Imagine the Woods, but streamlined into a program that mass produces obedience. That's Odessa, not just an experiment, but a factory. And if you think that's too extreme, remember, the boys has always shown us that Vaught's true goal isn't just profit, it's domination. Odessa could be their way of creating the perfect military force, one they can sell to governments, deploy across borders, or even replace armies entirely.
Spearheaded a research program called Project Odessa, and we think that's the main reason he started the school.
Supes who can't defect, can't betray, and can't choose, just pure weapons. And the fact that it's hidden under a codename suggests it's already too dangerous to reveal to the public, but Odessa might be darker than just mind control. Remember the supe-killing virus teased at the end of Gen V's first season? A weapon so powerful, it could topple Vaught's empire in an instant? Odessa could be tied directly to that. What if Odessa isn't about creating supes, but controlling them at the genetic level? Not just a virus that kills, but one that allows Vought to decide who lives and who dies. A switch hidden in every supe's DNA, invisible until it's triggered. That would make Odessa the ultimate failsafe. Supes would walk the earth thinking they're gods, but the real god would be Vought, holding the trigger to wipe out any of them in an instant. And here's where it gets even wilder. Some fans believe Odessa might be about cloning. Think about the obsession Vought has with Homelander. He's their crown jewel, their ultimate creation, but he's unstable. Imagine if Odessa is the program designed to replicate him. Not one Homelander, but dozens, hundreds, each one grown in a lab, stripped of emotions, stripped of ego, and programmed only to obey. That's the kind of nightmare Odessa could unleash, not a world threatened by one man, but by an army of Homelanders. The balance of power wouldn't just tip, it would collapse entirely. But Odessa doesn't have to focus on Homelander alone. It could be tied to Marie. Her blood manipulation powers are unlike anything else we've seen in the franchise. She doesn't just fight with blood, she controls it. Imagine what Vought could do if they harnessed that ability. Blood as a weapon. Blood as a key to life and death. Odessa could be the program built entirely around weaponizing Marie's DNA, turning her gift into a system that can control every supe on the planet. That would make Marie not just another test subject, but the centerpiece of the entire experiment. And the terrifying part is, she might not even realize it yet. But let's take it even deeper. What if Odessa isn't just a project? What if it's the bridge? The connection between Gen V and the main storyline of the boys. Homelander is spiraling. Butcher is dying. Neumann is on the rise. The world is fracturing. Dropping Odessa into that timeline creates the perfect setup. If Odessa is about the virus, it becomes the weapon Butcher desperately needs. If it's about cloning, it becomes the army Homelander could command. If it's about mind control, it becomes Neumann's ultimate political tool. No matter which theory is true, Odessa bleeds out of Godolkin and into the wider universe. It doesn't stay a side story. It becomes the backbone of the final chapters. And speaking of Neumann, we can't ignore her. She's not just a supe. She's a super in politics, engineered for power. If Odessa ties into her story, it might mean the project is her insurance policy, a secret weapon she can use to dominate once she's in the White House. Whether it's cloning loyal soldiers, controlling supes with a virus, or silencing threats with Marie's DNA, Odessa could be the shadow program that ensures Neumann's presidency is unstoppable. And if that's true, then Odessa isn't just about science, it's about empire. Now here's the really mind-blowing part. What if Odessa is all of these things? The Boys has never been about one single twist. It's about layers. Compound V wasn't just about powers. It was about politics, economics, and corruption. Soldier Boy wasn't just about a hidden past. He was a weapon tied to history and trauma. Odessa could be the same. A project with multiple branches. Cloning, viruses, mind control. All feeding into one terrifying outcome. Supes, who are controllable, replicable, and disposable. Humanity doesn't just lose control. Humanity becomes obsolete. That's why Odessa feels so massive. It's not just a mystery for Godolkin's students to stumble across. It's the ticking time bomb at the heart of the entire universe. When it's revealed, it won't just be shocking. It'll reshape everything. Who holds power, who survives, and who wins the war between supes and humans. And knowing how The Boys tells its story, Odessa won't just be a reveal, it'll be the trigger for the final war. So what is Project Odessa? Is it Nazi science reborn? Is it a virus of control? Is it cloning Homelander into an army? Is it weaponizing Marie's DNA? Is it Neumann's path to total dominance? The truth is, it could be all of these at once. Odessa is a word that feels loaded for a reason. It's not small. It's not background. It's the secret the universe has been building toward. And when it comes out, it won't just change Gen V. It'll change The Boys forever. Odessa was also the name of an alleged organization after World War II, including former SS members. The believed motive of the organization was to plot and facilitate escape routes for SS officers to ensure they could avoid prosecution after World War II. While many experts deny the existence of an official Project Odessa, Gen V might be drawing inspiration from the speculated operation. In Gen V Season 2's early episodes, Emma and Polarity find a hidden room in the Godolkin library that contains Nazi memorabilia. Moments later, in the same room, Emma discovers a file about Project Odessa, which hints at Marie's connection to it. The fact that they found the file in a Nazi room alone hints at the project's connection to the real Odessa.